Israeli ambassador to the United Nations, Gilad Erdan. I tell you something. If you want to understand why it is that so many people right now, in as much as it was a horrendous act by Hamas, but what the IDF is doing in Gaza right now, for anybody with empathy, anybody that has any degree of humanity, would see the massacring, murderous effect of that bombing. So we have Dana Bash. She's no kind of a reporter or journalist that is trying to be left wing or is trying to be appeasing or anything like that. Even when she stops the ambassador and says, "Are you blind?" I mean, paraphrasing, of course. "Are you blind? How can you not see what you guys are doing in Gaza? How can you not see it?" Want you to listen to this, and then we'll take it on the other side.
We don't see the need for humanitarian pauses right now because it will only enable Hamas to rearm and regroup and prevent us from achieving our goal to destroy Hamas's terrorist capabilities.
You've said this before, that there is no humanitarian crisis in Gaza. That's kind of an amazing statement, because there were humanitarian problems there before the war. And now, obviously, it has gotten bad. But take their numbers aside. It has gotten to the crisis point.
I'm not saying that the life in Gaza is great. And obviously, Hamas is the only one that should be held accountable for any situation in Gaza. But there's a standard due to international humanitarian law. What does it mean, a humanitarian crisis? And I'm saying again, there is no humanitarian crisis based on the international humanitarian law right now in Gaza.
I guess my question is, if Israel wants to maintain, and the government wants to maintain credibility, is denying that there is a humanitarian crisis inside Gaza the way to do it?
I'm not denying that the situation in the humanitarian situation in Gaza is very bad. And it's very sad that for 16 years, Hamas exploited all the money that was transferred to Gaza instead of investing it to build hospitals or water desalination power plants, only to turn Gaza into a war machine. It's very sad, but Israel shouldn't be held accountable for this situation.
Let's be clear here. What's occurring? I mean, right now there are groups in the United States and elsewhere that are trying like hell to really demonize, to tag as anti-Semitic anybody who calls out what's occurring in Gaza right now. Whenever they tell the truth about what's going on in Gaza, that the place is carpet bombed, decimated, made to be inhabitable. It's a form of genocide. Whenever they say that, they try to make it seem like one is anti-Semitic. Do not fall for it. There are a lot of human beings, so far over 10,000 human beings that are dying, that are dead. Yes, it was horrendous, the 1,400 Israelis that were killed by Hamas. But these people that are being killed did nothing to nobody. And they are getting killed, slaughtered by a power no one seemed able to control. And that the United States, one who funds with over $3.5 billion yearly to Israel, one who is about to give $14 billion more, and we must stay quiet as the slaughter of a people continue? Do you know what goodwill that does to the average American traveling citizen? To the average American citizen, period? Let me tell you something, folks. If people don't activate themselves and ensure that Israel, the IDF, stops the slaughter that's occurring in Gaza right now, the blowback on the average American citizen is going to be unbearable. And again, we're going to ask that question. Why do they hate us? It's not that they hate us. It's that as they see it from their point of view, they see our bombs, they see our monies investing in getting many of their people slaughtered like dogs slaughtered. That is what they see. And you know what? Is that not justified when you see these blind bombs falling and killing the innocent? Forget about somebody saying, oh, we told them to leave, while you're bombing all the areas where they're attempting to leave. While we have a Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel, who once said, we can tell the United States is easy. We can tell them what to do and they have to follow. I'm paraphrasing, but I'll play that video for you sometimes, or look up the New York Post article, the Washington Post article about it. Let's be clear here. It is time for a change.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number 1, subscribe to our channel. And number 2, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.